Hello there, my name is Szotyn and welcome. I hope you had a nice day so far, and today I'm going to talk about being an intermediate artist. So, if this is something you relate with, or you have, any tips regarding this topic, I'll gladly welcome any discussion. Um, my opinion is that in order to be an intermediate artist, you have to have some grasp on fundamentals. That means composition, values, color, shapes, etc. And since you have gathered some skills already, your characters or landscapes look mostly fine. You might even get commissioned because of your style. So that's why I consider the intermediate level. What I consider a pro artist is someone with excellent understanding of fundamentals, or someone being able to support themselves just by doing art. So, for example, my grasp of fundamentals is nothing compared to artists like Lois Van Barl, Adam Duff, or Nathan Folks, but at the same time, I know what are complementary colors. I sort of get values, and I guess I know how to draw a human, sort of. And yeah, I sometimes get commissioned. Of course, I don't 100% know what I'm doing. I doubt even pros know that, but when I say I'm a beginner artist, people frown more often. So I guess I passed that mark. Yay! Well, we are not stopping here though. I want to be better and feel more confident about my art, and if so do you, here is my work plan. I mean, maybe you'll find something useful here. I don't know. I'm not an expert, as I said. So, to level up, I've gathered some basic stuff that I'm focusing right now. So, the first one would be to um, practice mindfully. And by that, I mean observing more carefully what I'm studying. Instead of like mindlessly doodling or copying the study subject, I'll try to look deeper. So when I'm studying a pro artist, I'm looking, analyzing, instead of just copying their style. I try to pick all significant things about their art, apart. So, it will be the shape language, it will be the line of action, the color choices that they made, and stuff like that. So um, this is what you can find on Ethan Becker's channel, which I totally recommend to check out if you haven't already. Amazing channel, great value for any artist. So the second tip would be to work smarter, not harder. That means being resourceful. So don't know how to draw that complicated pose? Make it in 3D. Use it to your advantage. Since Blender is free, you can do all sorts of stuff there, experiment with lighting, composition, and stuff, and you can paint over it since it's something you made yourself. Also, when you're using Clip Paint Studio, there are 3D models which are so good and life saving. Uh, so, I definitely recommend looking into that one, though it isn't free. Um, yeah. Photo bashing? Good idea, especially when you use your own photos or you bought some stock ones already. And photo bashing is actually well-known concept art, you know, practice. So if it's something you're interested in, then go ahead, do that. References should be something you use every time. And I'm saying this because I tend to forget that, and that's why it's on the list. References save life. You may think that you know how something looks, but it turns out your brain is playing tricks on you. You kind of get the overall shape, but if you haven't practiced drawing something enough, then you don't really have a good memory of how that object looks like. So references are your friends. The third one would be to not look at numbers. At least not obsessively. I mean, celebrating milestones is great and all, but if you find yourself caring so much about the number of followers you are gaining or losing, well, that is not exactly healthy. So don't seek validation on social media. Sure, it feels nice to gain those 2 extra followers, but what feels even nicer is when actually, someone interacts with your art per comment or DMs or anything like that. So, but it's not exactly a good way to seek validation either. I don't think that is something you should look for in other people. Like,
I don't know if I'm speaking clearly, but your self-worth shouldn't be depending you shouldn't depend on other people when it comes to your self-worth. That's what I'm saying, and this is definitely something I have to look watch out for, because
yeah, I'm working on it, so you should too. Anyway, the fourth one would be to enjoy the process of learning, and by that I mean the process of learning for intermediate artists is different, definitely different, because as beginners you kind of see the progress almost from drawing to drawing, but in the worst case scenario from month to month. So it's pretty fast progress. Like if you drew it on a timeline, you just have like a huge boost in a short amount of time. But when you are an intermediate artist, your progress will be more subtle. So you might not see it from month to month. You might not even see it from year to year, but I kind of doubt it, because I feel like every year there is something different about your art. You just are not sure what, but I'm pretty sure other people could pick it up easier, because when you're so used to your work, it's actually hard to spot any differences. You deep down know that when you're practicing, you're actually making something good and your brain is actually learning. So in the long run, it's a good thing. So you better like it. And the fifth tip would be to fail a lot. I read once a quote somewhere, I'm not sure where it was, but fear kills more dreams than failure will. And it kind of got stuck in my brain, because I really want my art to tell stories I've been creating for so long, but I still haven't really produced anything that I could present as like a complete story. I just have like snippets of it. And if you have a dream like me to create your own webcomic, then it's better to get it done than it being perfect, if you know what I mean. And this is something I heard from Miracles, which is an amazing artist, and I've been to her stream, the topic was like a few months ago, and I've been there and we were talking about getting your stuff done, even if it means it will suck, because at the end at least you did something, and not a lot of people can actually admit that they did something. The sixth would be to learn marketing, and I put it as the last one because this is not my main focus right now, but still I think this is something that every freelancer artist should know how to do. So And by marketing, I mean like branding, getting your social media sorted out and that sort of stuff, which is no fun compared to like actually drawing and creating. But this is something that is useful to know, so I'm gonna research that too. Yeah. And by making this video, I'm kind of planning to hold myself accountable when it comes to leveling my art. Um, yeah, so we'll see in a couple of years how things are going. In the meantime, I'll probably try to finish my animation degree. Maybe I'll try myself in the art industry, or I don't know, maybe my goals will completely change. But the one thing that I'm sure about is that um, I won't stop being an artist, and it's a part of me. That'll be all for today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by and being here. If you have any feedback you would like to share with me, because I'm aware I I have lots of room to improve, not only when it comes to my art but video making as well. So yeah, if you want to leave some feedback, I will greatly appreciate it. And yeah, that is all for today. Thanks again, and yeah, that's it. Bye bye.